We did it. We're here.
We made it.
We
We
made
made
it.
it. Oh, we made it to the end of this journey.
We sure did. Well, welcome to The Cup, the currently unnamed podcast where we put the real and the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm David Healy, and I don't have a cute intro, but I do have a cute shirt. I am wearing my Manila Luzon ice cream shirt. And you know what? I do
Yay.
love this shirt, but this was one of the first drag shirts I bought, and that's when I was like, "Oh, you can find really cool shirts on Redbubble." And I have since realized, like, oh, buying things on Redbubble does not support the actual drag artists. It doesn't go to
Well,
them. So, I do have this, and I will wear it, but I need to get an official Manila shirt. But I do have an official Manila fan. So yes,
yay.
that's got to count for something. But yeah,
That does.
don't
Oh,
buy in
that's
Redbubble if you can support drag artists directly.
that's
Um,
the crazy thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep. But I'm just drinking some water right
And I just figured out how to do that.
now.
The
Oh, how
fireworks.
was
I
it?
didn't know
I
how
thought you
that
did
would
it on purpose.
no, I had no idea. Love that for me because I've been
Yes.
trying to figure out how to do the fireworks. But yay. But hello, everyone. Hi, it's me, Lana, your resident evil diva. And I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. Uh, I too am just drinking some water. The last of the water from my day of podcasting that I had today. So this is it. And it will be finished today because my throat is very parched. I'm very thirsty right now. But you know what I do have, David? That's more important than my little
Oh.
droplets of water. That would be my cup mug. Ooh. For the last time, Drag House Rules, panel full of cup mugs, panel full of cup mugs. Beer, 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 beer. Remix. Ow. And you can get your cup mug or any of our beautiful cup merch at lanagcreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And we do ship internationally and domestically here in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. So there are no excuses. So get your cup merch. Period.
Hmm. Do it. And we are going to talk about this finale, and I'm really excited to. And I'm excited because we've had people from the show watching us. We've had Tammy Brown leave a comment. We had Tony Moore, Claymoore Jones, leave a comment last week, which was really cool. So, hi, if anybody's watching, leave comments and come chat with us. We'd love to chat with you about Drag House rules. But we're about to talk about this episode. We have a lot of things to get into. This is actually maybe the most dramatic episode we've had so far. Like some
Yeah.
actual kind of like heavy, sad stuff going on.
Yeah, it was some dramatic moments. And I was like, oh,
Hmm.
okay then.
Yeah. And we're going to get into it. But first, we have some housekeeping things to discuss. So, Lana, can you please let them know everything they need to know?
Yes, because we do have house rules here on the cup. Ah, cup house rules. Uh-huh.
I
Period.
love that.
Subs- I love that. Subscribe to this channel, though. We are on a mission here at the Cup, and in at the Cup Network. Period. Like all four of our channels are trying to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So we need you
We
to
need three.
subscribe. Look, 1,000 more subscribers, and we're trying to get 1,000 subscribers for our other channels. So help us out because a lot of fun things open up when we get to 1,000 subscribers on the other channel, and y'all see the fun things that we can do on this channel because yay, we got there. So we want to help us. So if you want to help us out and you subscribe to this channel but not have subscribed to all our other channels, go do that. That will be great. We would appreciate it. Yeah, and we can give you more content and more fun things to happen. So follow us on all of the channels. All those links will be in the description below in our link tree. Click them, click the links, click it, subscribe, do all the fun things. We appreciate that. Also, our audio podcast links are down there as well. If you need to check us out on the go, you can go down there and hit that link, follow us on those, and you can check us out. Go to school, go to work, you need to work out, whatever you need to do, follow us. Duh. And our Patreon link is down there as well. So you can see all the fun things that we do behind the scenes where we're not talking about drag house rules or anything else drag related. When we're just having a good time and being ourselves. So check out our Patreon and get all the early access and exclusive content and all that stuff. So check all of that out. Period.
Yes, do it.
Do it.
Okay, now let's jump into this episode.
Yes.
So we start off right off the bat with our final three, and they're doing Logan's favorite part of a finale, where they talk to their childhood photos. And I'm like, they seriously brought that over to Drag House Rules. It's wild. But first we have Jujubee, which Claymoore says, "What do you have to say to little airline?" And I'm wondering if Lana knew that Jujubee's real name was Airline. You didn't know that?
I did not know that. I
Mm-hmm.
did not know her real name was Caroline. I was like, what?
Yep.
Is
Yeah.
that look? I thought it was fake. I was like, is this for real?
No.
That's fake.
That's her real name. It was a big discussion point at one point on season 2 of Drag Race, because everybody's like, "Wait, your name's Airline?"
That's wild.
Yep. I don't remember exactly what the origin story was for that, but I think it really was just inspired by an airline.
Maybe the parents wanted her to be very well traveled, and you need to get on the air, go to the airlines to do that. So I don't know. I
uh,
love that for them.
yes, but Juju talks to her photo, and she says that a washed up child star is going to reach out to her and convince her to do something that she shouldn't do, and she won't follow her gut, but just follow your gut. Don't go do this. And you should probably just go work at a butcher's shop. I'm like, wow, you telling young airline, don't do drag.
Right. It's not worth it. Like, come on, girl.
Right.
That's so funny.
Mm-hmm. And then we see little bitch Puddin', and a bitch doesn't. She says, "I don't have anything to say to that blonde twink with the gay ass smile."
I was like, but see, she wasn't happy with the pictures. Like they could have
Right.
used the one when I had the clown makeup on and all that stuff, but they didn't. So I have nothing to say to this person.
Yeah. So Claymore's like, "You don't have anything to say. Like it gets better." Bitch says,
No.
"It gets worse. Look where I'm at."
It was so funny. I was like, I would okay. We know that would never happen on RuPaul's Drag Race, so they don't want to talk to their younger selves, but it would be hilarious
It would be.
if somebody was like, I have nothing to say to that child because I don't know who that is. That's not me.
Like literally, that's not me.
Literally, that's not me. That's my brother. Like,
Mhm.
I would, I would
Yeah.
gag. I would gag. I would gag, but no.
Claymore quickly realizes this segment
This
is not
isn't working.
working. Yes, he's not working. Starts complaining to PD about it.
PD.
And Tammy's like,
It's just, oh,
"Well, F
so
my
that's
childhood,"
my
and then looks
childhood
straight at the camera.
because
I love that fourth wall break.
that's how you make good reality TV.
Yes. Like Sandra Diaz Twine does, right?
Right.
That's like,
Hmm. Like, oh no, I'm not gonna do that.
F my childhood. But we see Claymore talking to PD, and says that he says he's trying to make them likable, but it's just too hard. Like it's too hard to make this group of queens likable. Juju's like, guess what? Maybe it's you that's the problem. And
And
just
then
kind of goes off of him.
they're
Goes
going
off on him.
off, and then all of a sudden, we hear
Shame. Shame.
Shay, and then Shay, and they're like, "No, we're not." And PD steps up and like, "No, we are not gonna do the ring of shame on Claymoore. We're not doing that."
Can I be really honest with you about something?
Yes, this is a safe space.
PD, I don't know if his name is PD, like Peter,
Hmm.
PD, or if
Or
it's
PD.
PD. And the problem is we're watching Australian Survivor where there's a PD, like the letters. So my notes are just interchangeable. Like I'll do PD, the letters, and then PD, PETEY at some point. I'm like, I don't know the name.
Can I tell you what I think it is?
Yeah.
I think his name is actually PD, like PETY,
Yeah.
but he's a production, he's a PD on set. And so they call him PD because, like, or maybe they don't know his name. And so he's just PD because he's a
Oh,
PD on set. And so
that's
maybe
so
he's,
smart. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
yeah, I think he's just a PD on set. And so they call him PD.
Hmm. Um, well, then we see Claymore and Juju kind of get into a shouting match, just going off back and forth. And then eventually we see somebody come in and it's Claymore's mom. And my first thought was, it is Claymore's mom is the producer, is the network, but no. I felt
No.
so validated for a second there, but no, she was just there to scold him.
to to go off on him and disappoint him once again because he was like he's put so much effort and money and time into this show and the producers don't believe in him
Mm,
and nobody thinks this is good. The queens are always complaining,
poor
and he's like,
Claymore.
he's trying so hard to make this work, and they're like, it's not working. And mom is on his neck. She is not letting him breathe. So he's like, but then when she's just at the height of scolding him, Claymore turns and is like, and he turns it around. He flips the script like. Oh, so you want to act like this is your house? This is my I labored for this house.
Mm,
I worked for this house. I did all of this. All of this after we find out that the prize package that he was supposed to be giving was supposed to be an Escalade, $100,000 Escalade.
my mind was blown. I was
I was
like,
like,
I always thought it was going to be some like really ridiculous, lame prize package.
but
But no, this
it
was
was a
a
car.
nice car.
A nice car. But his uncle was runs a dealership, was supposed to gift it to him so he could use it as the grand prize. But he was like, did you talk to the uncle? And he was like, it's not gonna work. She said, it's not working. He says he can't gift it to you. You can't get it. And he was like, but you said this would work. She was like, I'm sorry, it didn't work out. And so now you got to figure something out. He was like, that was my whole prize package. And now I don't have anything. And then they get to argue it. And that's when Claymore was like, you did not do what you were supposed to do as a mother. You failed me.
Hmm.
And now I have the burden of being this child star and I worked since I was 8 years old and this house is mine because I worked for it. My labor was for it. And then you're off trying to make your book dreams work and how to whatever books he was selling. And she was like, I can live my dreams too. He was like, but you found me. And it was so dramatic. And
It
I was like,
was. This was some of the best acting. Like she was great. I
she was
loved her.
great. She was great.
I
And
believed her.
I believe she was his mama.
Right.
What if she's really is his mom?
Maybe we'd have to look it up.
I don't
Um,
know. But it
and
was so dramatic.
it was, especially like it gets to a point where he's like, I just need the network to believe in me. Like I just need to show them it so they can believe in me. And
And
she says,
if your own mother don't believe in you, how do you think you get a network to believe in you? I'm so sorry.
instant regret.
I
Instant
didn't mean to
regret.
say that, which I was like, no,
Yeah.
mama.
And here's how I know that they're doing a good job with the show is this was a complicated ass conversation where I
Hmm.
kept jumping back and forth on whose side I'm on.
Yes.
Because they both were bringing up good points. Like honestly, uh Claymore, you are so reckless just jumping into this production without you don't even have your prize package 100% secured and
Right.
you're just gonna like prompt like that's so foolhardy, you know. And but
Hmm.
just the way that she talked to him, like she clearly has such little faith in her son, and so that was
Yes.
also frustrating me. So I was like, I don't know who I'm rooting for and who I'm rooting against.
It was just like one of those moments was like, oh yes, you are reckless. You are like that is the silly thing to do. You shouldn't just jump like a full head of steam into something you don't really know what you're doing. You don't really have the backing. You don't really have everything ready to put on a production like this. But mom, support his dreams, support his,
Mhm.
what he's trying to do. And even if it's failing, you be there to support and uplift and try to encourage him to do better, or don't tell him you don't believe in him. Like,
Yeah.
oh, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah, she's like, You're the one who couldn't secure a job after you went through puberty." I'm like, "That's messed
Oh,
up.
that's
That's
messed up.
messed up,
That's
mom."
so cold. That's cold blooded.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, it was cold. But it also had that same effect that we were having watching it. It had it on the queens because Jujubee came
Yeah.
around the corner and was like, well, I think me and Claymore have more in common than I thought. Huh.
Mhm.
And she felt bad. And then the other
Yeah.
queens started feeling a little bit bad for
Yeah,
Claymore.
I wrote down exactly what Tammy said in confessional. I
Mhm.
just love her delivery too. Like she says it so like matter of factly, but she said she better watch her she better watch herself because Ed Kemper's mother, the serial killer Ed Kemper, he killed his mother and he killed his grandfather and she could be next.
It's like, oh, I mean, like she's having a regular conversation about going to the store tomorrow. I mean, I was gonna go to the store, but I changed my mind. I'm gonna go today. I'm gonna go tomorrow. But she could be next.
She
I
could
was
be
like,
next. I'm like, Claymore is suddenly like possessed with Ed Kemper and
Ed
it's just
Kemper's ready to kill his mama. Like, what?
we should have been doing
Oh,
a Tammy Brown quote of the episode each
it
week.
yes.
That was the
Oh,
one for me.
yeah, that would have been the one for me this week because she kind of ate that one up. I was like, so, like you said, so matter of factly and so nonchalantly, like Ed Kemper's mother. Mm-hmm. She could be next. Like,
She could be next.
she could be next. Ugh, so
I freaking
wild.
love Tammy.
Love her.
Mm. Uh,
Love her.
then the queens kind of gather around Claymore, and Bitch is like, "So there's no prize package anymore?" He says,
So I
"No,
get
just the title. There's no car, no car." Tammy's like, "It's okay. I don't drive anyways."
okay, no worries.
She keeps me laughing all throughout.
Mm-hmm. It's
Uh,
just it's so wild. It was interesting. And then so Jujubee is telling him, like, I never wanted to do this. Like he's like, I know Jujubee, like we know you don't want to be here. I get it. She's like, no, no, no. I would rather do like
right?
producing and writing and
Tell
behind the scenes
stories.
things, tell stories, and we could do that.
Yeah, she specifically said she doesn't want to be thrown into a reality Thunderdome, and I'm like, ooh, and all of these people are putting you on their Slasian Royale wish list. I'm like,
Hmm.
believe this girl. She says, I do not want to do this.
I don't want to do it. Leave me alone.
Let Juju become write an acting challenge for
Right.
Slasian Royale.
So funny. So funny. If you want to check out our Slation Royale fans cast, you can check it out right here.
Mhm.
Dang.
Yes. And Tammy's like, yeah, and I'm always getting these crazy edits, but I'm the most insane one in the house. Did you notice she did that? Did you notice
Yes.
she put the in
Insane.
and then they like 'cause at first
Yes.
I had to rewind it because I thought she said I'm the most sane one in the house, but she said I'm the most
Almost
insane one in the
insane one in
house.
the house.
Freudian slip, I guess. And
No, she knew exactly what she was doing. Tammy don't do it Freudian slips. She knows
no,
she's insane. She knows she's insane. That was so on purpose.
and
And I
bitch was
love
like,
her for it.
yes, bitch was like, you get those crazy edits in real life too. Ha! Ha! I'm acting. I love that they did that. Where's our clip? Where's our sound clip?
Right.
Oh, that one never
Um,
gets old.
Pop! Pop! I'm acting.
yeah. I love it. I love it.
But yeah,
She's acting.
they all come up with a plan. They want to
Hmm.
and produce the show and give him the best finale.
Finale ever.
Hmm.
Hmm. And I was like, word, ladies, make it happen.
Yep.
And then it got so confusing after this point
It
to
really
me.
did. We get kind of a montage Oh, well, first PD was like, yeah, I think you all can do it. They have 65 years of experience in
Between
drag.
them, they're like, I'm only 32.
Yeah. And Juju's, I'm not that old. And Tammy's like, I am.
Oh, so funny.
But then we get this kind of montage of them all doing the most wild things. Like Bitch tells Tammy, she's like, Jujubee's dead.
It's a reenactment of all the favorite moments of reality history that I love. That it
Yes,
was
it's a lot of that.
we,
Oh,
we
I
saw
got that
David's
now. I
dead.
didn't even
Yes,
realize that
David's
was a David.
dead.
But did you notice what Tammy did? Like as soon as she hears Jujubee's dead,
David's dead. She's like,
she goes and opens a little cabinet to look for her, like a little cabinet. I'm like, Jujubee's body's not going to be in there. It would have been really funny if Tammy referenced her story about, did I ever tell you about the time I found a dead body? I'm going to have to send you the clip of her talking about the time she found a dead body.
oh my gosh, I can't with her. I cannot. We
Mm-hmm.
saw, okay, but then we see some housewives tables flipping between them.
Mm-hmm.
We saw that. I was like, okay, I see what they do in all these little different moments of pop culture history references that went throughout. We saw oh, what was another one that I picked
Oh,
up on? I was
we got a prostitution whores reference.
like, okay,
Uh,
okay.
then there was, PD comes in and he's Jason Bellhouse
The
in this
shark,
moment.
the
Yes, it's
shark,
Shark Tank.
Shark Tank. Yeah.
Yeah. And he has like a rainbow blanket, and then he
He
said,
thought I
"You thought I
disappeared.
disappeared."
I just been down.
Just been found.
And
Um,
then they rake him through the coals about
they,
this blanket.
they
And
do.
he was like, and he just
Tammy
dips and
asks,
falls.
yeah, Tammy says, "Are you a homosexual?" And he says,
Ally.
"I'm an ally." And she's
Ally.
like, "You look a little light in the loafers." And he's like, "Well, there have been times where I'm walking around
And
and
I see
I see
something.
something and say, huh."
Hmm.
She's like, "Oh, that's voyeurism."
Let me tell you, it was so ridiculously stupid and funny. I was just like, y'all are crazy,
Oh, the
wild
only
for
fake thing
this.
about me is this leg.
This leg, well, she put that leg on the table, and they're like, oh,
I've heard that reference so many
me
times.
too, but I
I
can't remember where it came from.
Yeah, I don't either. Like it's from like a reunion or something from some show.
Oh, I cannot remember where it came from, but I have
Mm.
heard that reference several times.
Mhm. And Tammy's doing like this meditation thing, and I'm like, yeah, this
Hmm.
is very Tammy. uh, but yeah, that's basically the montage we get. Oh,
Yeah,
then we get bitch. She's asking PD if he's ever done drag, or I thought it was she asking PD or Claymore?
PD.
Okay, and I
I
thought we
thought we
were
were
about
about to
to.
get a makeover.
Me too. I was kind of excited for it. Uh, and Tammy calls him PD the pipsqueak.
I was like, oh, are we gonna get a makeover? That would
Mhm.
be great. And we see PD and drag at the end of the show. That'd be
Yeah, I was
great.
hoping for it. And bitch is like, well, how are we gonna end things now?
I was like,
Uh, Juju says
end
I have to get
things
third place because I
because
always get third
I always
place.
get third place. And they're like, okay, so how do we end it? And they're
Yeah.
like, hmm, oh, do
Claymore
we?
wants to leave it to chance. He doesn't want the
Yes,
ending to be scripted.
right. So they come up with an idea that
Mhm.
maybe they should do a race.
Run, baby, run.
In heels?
In heels. It has to be in heels. They all
Okay,
agree to that.
sure, in heels. So they're gonna do it and they're gonna do a race. And so we see them lining up at the starting line with the
Mhm.
race, and we see Miss Puddin and Tammy are in heels. Jujubee is in tennis shoes.
Right?
And I was like, "Where happened to the heels?" And that's what Miss Puddin asked, like, "What's the heels? I thought we were doing heels." And she was like, "I'm old. Like, come on."
And then this is where Claymore is talking about like what the prize is going to be. They have like a little head and it has $18 in it.
$18.
So yeah, whoever races and gets the little totem first, they win. They win the $18 prize.
And so they will get ready on your mark, get set, go. And they start running,
Mm-hmm.
and then all of a sudden, out of the nowhere comes Miss Rock'em Sock'em, and she's just running, and she run past everybody, and she grabs that $18 and is like, "I win,
Mm-hmm.
I win!" And I was like, "I knew it." Miss Soccer did not go anywhere; she was winning the show.
She sure did. And what's funny is like I know we've talked about that, and I know that we both like had that theory at some point. By the time the race was going on, I completely forgot about it. So it did catch me off guard.
I never forgot. I kept Rockham in the
You were
back of
waiting
my
for it.
mind. I was waiting. I was like, Rockham is not gone. They've not shown
Mm,
anything about Rockham. She is in there, and she'd go pop up at the last minute. And sure enough, I was like, I knew it. I was so look. I felt so validated. I felt
You did.
very
You basically
validated in
won
my
the
moment.
draft for Drag
I
House
did.
Rules.
I did. I can win no other drafts, so this is great for me.
Yeah.
Yes.
But Jujubee was perfectly okay with this. She's like, yeah, I'm a producer. I allowed this to happen because could you imagine if my first crown came from winning Drag House Rules?
Right. Oh. I was like, Claymoore should have been like, you laughing a little too hard about
I
this.
know,
That
right?
laughing a little too hard, but funny. That was so funny to me.
Mhm. But Rock says it's crazy what you can learn about people by watching them sleep.
Mm-hmm. Creepy.
Mhm.
Creepy little rocking.
Yep. And they're all getting ready to go. And Tammy says, Adieu, I leave you to God, but he's not out there, so you'll just be alone. That's an honorable mention for best quote from Tammy.
Yes, yes. I mean, she has so many. Oh my gosh.
But we can't
But
have the end credits without going back to seeing Tammy and Laganja hanging
Elegante.
out by the pool. We get it again. We get the
Yes, we did.
conversation. And once again, I was just living for everything they were saying. They were talking about cosmetic surgery. They talked about Michelle getting her breast implants reduced. And Tammy says, if you're into body mutilation, then mutilate it.
I believe they have so much footage of Laganja and Tammy just talking. And
Mm,
they just filmed them. Like I bet they filmed for hours, just them
right.
talking about random stuff and because it was funny all the way around. It was just
Mhm.
funny.
And you know what my big takeaway was from that conversation?
What is that?
We need Tammy and Laganja to have their own podcast. I know Laganja does a
Mhm.
podcast with Joseph Shepard, but I specifically want to hear Tammy and Laganja podcast. I would subscribe. I would listen to it frequently. Every time an episode drops, I would be into it because they're just so funny together.
I would be right there with you. I think they would be hilarious together. They need to do something. Look, take they act on the road or something
Mm-hmm.
and get a creator show around Tammy and Laganja just talking
Yep,
to each other. It'd be hilarious.
I agree. I was a little surprised we didn't see the return of Silky or Manila
Silky,
or
right.
Laganja.
I thought they were gonna come back. I
Yeah,
thought they were gonna be
especially
like a
Silky.
jury thing, but
Yeah, it would have been nice to see them, but they're probably like, yeah, I got a gig I have to go to. Sorry.
right. Sorry. That's why I left.
Mhm.
But
But
yeah.
it's over.
That's it. That's it. It's over.
It
I
was
got
fun. It
nothing.
was a fun ride.
It was. It was something that this was definitely not what I thought it was going to be when we first found out
Mm-mm.
about Drag House Rules. But in the end, I was entertained. I enjoyed it very much. I laughed throughout the whole thing. It was one of these moments that I was like, oh, that's weird, but I still enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
So overall, I liked it. I liked 20-minute episodes. It didn't take a whole lot of
Yes.
my time to watch it. And
Especially watching it at 1.5 speed sometimes, Lana, right?
I mean, sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
You have to do what you have to do.
You gotta do what you gotta do. But it was fun.
Mhm.
Our podcast always lasts longer than the episodes. So
True. Like consistently, we have lasted longer than the episodes. But I would act like seriously, if anybody involved in the show wants to chat about
absolutely.
it, I would be down.
Oh, absolutely. Come on the show. Let us know. We would love, love, love to talk about it and hear what you thought of what was
Mhm.
going through your mind as you were doing it. Because it was a fun ride. It was a fun
It
ride.
was for sure. But
But that's it.
yeah, that is it.
We appreciate you all taking the time to watch this and go on this journey with us. If you leave some comments, let us know in the comment section, what you thought about this. If you watched it, let us know what you thought. And we appreciate you taking the time. If you haven't subscribed already, please do that. We appreciate that. And subscribe to all of our other channels. All the links will be in the description below in our link tree, as well as our audio podcast links, our Patreon, all of our socials at the Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, and Blue Sky. You can follow David and myself at these platforms, and you could get your merch at lanagcreations.etsy.com. That link is also in the description below. And David, it's been a pleasure.
It has.
So we'll see y'all next time. And always follow the Drag House rule, y'all. Mhm.
Wait. Before we go, we'll hear this one more time.
I think he's a piece of excrement. I mean, first of all, I'm sure he's fracking out there. And if I even see in his portfolio one drop of this fossil fuel, I will take him outside and I will shoot him with rubber bullets. I think he's a
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.